Okay, number 6, and there's going to be a 7th point, I realize, before we then kind of go to the punchline, the epiphany, which isn't really sort of like a one-liner, but we'll see. Okay, 6th method of self-replication depends entirely on the Everett interpretation of quantum mechanics, which is also called the many worlds interpretation. And the underlying concept is that anytime two particles interact with one another, two real physical particles interact with one another, they define each other's state in a way that is not defined intrinsically, fundamentally in the laws of quantum mechanics and the Schrodinger equation. They only take on a property in relation to the other particle that they're interacting with, like spin up or spin down, or motion, direction, momentum, and position, all that kind of stuff, which is all fuzzy in quantum mechanics. Sort of abstract space, and particles don't actually exist, and even when you observe one, it's not clear exactly where it is, and it doesn't necessarily hold its information, because it becomes entangled with you or entangled with the other particle it interacts with, and then the entanglement can so easily decohere, can just get destroyed. And that's the problem with quantum computers, trying to maintain the coherence, the quantum state of entanglement. So quantum particles only take on properties when they interact with others, and the interpretation of quantum mechanics that is the many worlds interpretation says that when that interaction between the particles occurs, other interpretations try to say, okay, the wave function collapses and somehow something has been changed. The many worlds interpretation says, no, nothing has changed. The Schrodinger equation is right. Quit trying to throw stuff in there that you don't even know what you're talking about. Both worlds exist. The two particles interact, and the two outcomes, or maybe there's more out than two, the two outcomes both are created, but they are causally separated from one another, and that gives you two worlds where you used to have one. And that's sort of the simplest version of a universe replicating itself into two worlds. And this happens every single frickin' time any particles that have physical properties, not virtual particles, interact with one another. So it's happening in just absurdly ridiculous, huge numbers. It's, I forget the terminology, the, extreme fecundity and ontologically flamboyant or something, it's just like the universe is just replicating all the time, everywhere. Now, if each of those universes are fundamental and real, which many worlds interpretation says yes they are. There's no preferred one. The one that we happen to be in just, sort of happened. But, okay, so we're going to take that as a method of creating new universes. This is a method kind of like simulation. No, actually not like simulation. But, kind of like quantum tunneling, maybe? I don't know. Let's just say it's the only one. It doesn't create a universe that starts from scratch, a new Big Bang, or a new, the early phases of the early epochs of the universe, which we don't yet understand. May not have to go all the way back to the exact Big Bang, because there's big problems with that. It's totally incoherent. There's no, it's a singularity. There's no math that can describe it. Just doesn't seem physically possible without a quantum tunneling event, which might have started it way back when, but that may be so far back in the distant past of a genealogy of self-replicated universes that how it happened is almost essentially lost. So anyhow, we go to many worlds as the sixth pillar of the universe self-replication cosmology. Now, my seventh point. Okay, let me just take a break.